we are on. Welcome back. We've got Medieval Dynasty episode 77 today. So yesterday we tried out the tea, and I gotta say, I liked it more than I thought I would. I don't think I'm gonna like switch over though. You know, like after 30 years of drinking tea, because I've been drinking tea since I was a little kid, it's hard to switch over. But what I will say is I do see why people like it. It's got a very smooth flavor. But anyways, got the coffee today, some Black Rifle. So I did want to mention, I still am, I'm looking for sponsors, right? Jack Daniels would be number one, and tied for number one. You know who else would be cool is the Black Rifle guys. Like I said, I don't know them personally, but I might actually email them, and I'm probably gonna wait. We're gonna see if the channel keeps growing. If we can get up to 500 subs or 1,000 subs, especially 1,000, because then I think I become a partner or whatever. I don't know. I don't really look into that crap too much because I don't. It's not that I don't care, you're right? Like, I want to keep the channel growing, and I want to get to the point where, like, some ad revenue comes in because, I can't do this for free the rest of my life. So, maybe if I can reach, like, 1,000 subs, maybe that'd be a cool 1,000 sub thing, is, like, we'll email Black Rifle and Jack Daniels and be like, hey, guys, we're, a little bigger now. Like, I'll mention your stuff if you send me some. So... anyways, let's get off that topic. Animal feed should be okay. So we are going to get into our new build, and I'm just checking a couple things while we get the episode started here. So we're going through 31 animal feed a day. Right, which means, I got 3 more days worth of animal feed. How much? Where's my straw? Popping 143 straw-ish a day. The only thing is, like, the only thing that's keeping us from making more and more animal feed is the straw, which it sounds so weird because it's such an early game thing. I gotta put some of this crap away. But yet we're still plugging away at looking for straw. So this is leftovers from our diplomacy XP gains. So we're just gonna put all this stuff away. Ooh, I got a present for the wife. Not that she needs a present, but we have so much money that I feel like it's nice to just give her a present. See what happens.
Hey, Mr. Husbandman.
Ah, nice. Romance. And I got you a little something. A little boozy booze. You're the best around. Yay. So, I mean, the affection doesn't change anything, but...
See you soon.
I don't know. Right, like it's what do they call that? It's like role-playing, right? Like happy wife, happy life type thing. So, she likes the booze. I bought her some booze. Now, let's get on with it. So, if you haven't guessed it, right, we're going to be doing something with this. And here's what I want to do. I want to turn this into a bakery, right? So I'm going to put a thumbnail up, and it's going to be like, oh, we got a bakery. And I feel like in parentheses, I'm going to have to put something that's like, take it easy, clickbaiters, or what would be the people that get upset about clickbait titles, like clickbaities, master clickbaiters. I don't know what I'm gonna go with there, but like it's still a kitchen, but again, into like you use your imagination a little bit. What we're gonna do is like that's why I took the feathering station away. That was like my hint, right? Because now we can say like, oh, we got all this flour and crap here because this is the bakery, right? Like. Bar and grill, right? There's the grill. So they're making like the soups and all that crap. But here we're gonna do all the baked goods. I don't know. It came to me. I'm like, that's okay. It's not a terrible idea. And I kind of want to separate it up anyways because there's so many things now popping out of here. And we have so many eggs and all this other stuff that we can make, we can make a little bit of extra money by doing this, And I think it adds to the town, right? It just gives it that more alive type feeling, right? So what we're gonna do is first let's handle the management side of this. So this is no longer going to be a general food store. This is going to be, we're gonna call this, if it would let me click on it, there we go. This is the bakery. All right, so that's we're selling the baked goods there, and we're gonna sell the grill stuff here. Now, here's the other thing: is I'm making booze now faster than I can sell it. So I think for right now we're gonna add all the booze to the grill, but I think we're coming up on that point to where, and I almost want to do it now, that we're gonna need another market stall just for the boozy booze, which would be perfectly fine with me because we're popping it out pretty good, right? Like I have, we're approaching like the 20s, right? But let's just put that there for now, and that might be right because I mean, look at like there's beers and stuff that we can make yet too. So we could sell beers, but for right now, I'm just gonna put it here. But let's put that on the back burner because I think that's what we need to do is get to maybe get to that point. But for right now, let's we'll put our cheeses down a little bit. We'll put our soups down a little bit. Maybe like let's see, let's go for like 5.5 on these. Right, we're already not selling mushroom soup anymore. We got to get those mushrooms in a little bit more. But we sell it as it comes in, So now, oh, what do we got here? I think am I still the only one making the meat? I don't remember if they're making meat or not. I think they are. Can we get this up to like half a day? Oh no, I don't think so. At the berry wine we can. Yeah, we're still pretty low on these though. See, and this is why I'm thinking, let's get the cheese down to what? Let's go like 5, a little over 5 on the cheese. I think that'll be okay. Maybe we'll try to get these around 5 as well. Drop the mushroom soup. Yeah, I wish, man. And we'll have to look at what we're producing, but I think we're producing way more than this. One more there. So we're at about 0.3-ish on the wines. Oh man, which, yeah, I might even have to drop those a little more. What happened to our music? There we go. See, I could only hear myself talking, which I didn't like that. All right, what am I making? Yeah, see, like I'm pumping out a pretty good amount. Two a day. Which, if we go down here, I think I might just do that. We might just build another house, get another market person, and then we'll have an open merchant house area, right? So when we want to put up another market stall for something, I might just do that because, yeah, that just ain't gonna cut it. Right, let's go to our bakery. Yeah, the bakery's selling it pretty good, but we have higher percentages there, right? So when we were gonna add the baked goods to this. So let's get started on that. The booze is gonna pile up a little bit, but I want to get the bakery rolling. So for right now, right, the bakery is going to sell our cheeses, and I might move the cheeses over. Actually, I think I already did move the cheese over. Is the grill selling the cheese? Yeah, so the grill's going to sell the cheese. And let's just take this off. All right, let's put our grill back up to what the grill's going to be selling, which is this stuff for now. All right, let's get that back up to 7.5. And then we'll put this back up a little over, what, 6? And then that'll save us a little bit of space for wanting to sell more at the grill. So we might add some things to that because I got a little left over. And then the bakery, right? So the bakery is going to be like all the other stuff, right? So I'm probably going to just take the cheese away from this, right? Because we're doing a lot of cheese at the grill. So let's take that away. Now that leaves us a bunch of space for our new baked goods, which is going to be all sorts of stuff. So at the bakery, right, we're not going to do any of this stuff. I'm not going to do any of this stuff here, right? We're not going to do any of this stuff. We're going to completely leave that, and all we're going to do is these. Now, the thing about it is I don't know if I want to get too much into the breads because I really want to get into, like, the pies and tarts, right? Like, we're going to make, we'll probably do, I don't know if we're going to do a fruit pie because the berries, we're already using a bunch of them for the booze. But, like, some of these we can do, right? Like the poppy seed pie for sure. So let's unlock the poppy seed pie and cherry pie. That'll be another big one. Then we'll get into our tarts here. Here we go, here we go. All right, so we can do a salted fish meat tart, which is awesome. Because we have a ton of salted fish meat. The other thing is, I mean, we can do like regular fish meat into the tart as well. So I'm not sure which way I want to go there because, right, I don't want to change the fish meat thing around. So I think I'm actually going to unlock this one to do, well, I guess it unlocks both of them, but I think I'm going to use the salted fish meat for that. And again, more of the berries. We're not going to do the berries as much. Here's one we're going to do. So we've got the meat tart, right? And then we've got the pear tart and the plum tart. So you can see it's quite a bit of stuff, right? And I think what I'm going to do is just so I have a couple of each to get us started. I'm just going to make, yeah, I don't want to make that many. I'm going to make like 5 of each. But if I make like 5 of each too, oh man, they take so long. Holy crap! This is gonna be it's gonna be a slow baked goods thing. Maybe I'm not gonna make 5 of each. That might just take too long. Poppy seed pie, some cherry pie. Yeah, but you know, and we'll look. I don't think the bakery's gonna pump out a ton of these. I don't think we're gonna be able to sell a ton, but they're worth a little bit more, right? So if we can get to where we're making just like 1 a day, right, it'll help. They look super cool too. It'll help with the resource management, right? Because we're using the stuff a little slower than we're producing it, right? So I don't want expensive things to go to waste, is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, if cheaper stuff goes to waste, it's fine, you know? Because then it turns into rot, turns into fertilizer, we sell the fertilizer, that whole deal. But what I would like to do is just pump out 5 of these or so. That way we can, oh, look how that looks. And some of these, I don't think I've ever made tarts. I've gotten to the point, right, where we unlocked the tavern, but then, you know, that was, and I've seen a couple comments to where, it's like once you get to the end game of this, you're like, oh, I want to start over, right? And I put a comment in on, I think it was Dreadnought's comment, and I said, yeah, like one of the, oh, that looks cool too. One of the, kind of looks like a pizza, right? One of the fun things about this game, 2 more, is like I think the journey is as fun as the end game in this game, right? Like just building up your village is crazy fun. You know, and then when you get to the end game, I still think it's really fun. I think it's a fun end game because, like, it's like what we're doing now, right? Where it's just, we're just adding stuff naturally to make this a giant village, basically, right? Like yesterday we hit the 100, last thing here. Yesterday we hit the 100 mark for population, which I think that's the biggest population I've ever had in a playthrough. right? Like a lot of stuff I'm doing right now, I've never done before, you know. So I've almost been in that boat to where it's like, man, you know, like you hit the end game and you just want to like start again because like just the journey to getting to the end game is so fun. All right, so but yeah, kind of my thoughts on that. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is new for me, so I kind of want to, you know, like I could have cut that out, but I've never seen what those look like, so I guess I kind of wanted to keep it in there and see. All right, so let's go here. And now we can kind of see what we have some of. So we're already doing the rolls. I could add a white bread in there, which I might. Um, let's see, fish tart. I don't have any of them. Oh, they're not in storage. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I know I have a fish tart. Let me put these away. Before we do that, let me make sure, just to double check, that our people aren't going to eat this. Yeah, so I don't have them selected for anything. The vegetable soup is what they're still eating. Some white bread, wheat rolls. Okay, I think we're good. I know that's like the last thing I want to do is put all these in there, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're gone. But I mean, look at, you know, like plus 100 food, more damage, 1200 second effect duration, 80% less food consumption. Like, if we could pump out a ton of these, I mean, like, that can kind of be your thing, right? Like, wake up every day and pop whatever, you know, food you like. I still kind of do the dried meat, salty stick, or salty fish thing. I don't know. It's simple to me. But yeah, if we get a bunch of these pumping out, maybe we will. So let's go back into our bakery. And let's get some of these bad boys in there. So what do we got? We've got fish tarts we're going to do. Fruit tart. Meat tarts we're doing. And then pear and plum I believe we're doing. Yep. Meat pie is a no. Fruit pie is a no. Cherry pie is a for sure. Poppy seed for sure. And then our soups and all that. I think that looks like it should be it. Right? Yeah. All right, we're looking good there, I think. So let's get those over, and now, oh, let's see what we can sell. Oh, they actually, you know, they sell them at a decent rate. Holy cow, way more than I thought. Let's try to get everything at like 1 a day. Maybe a little under 1, around 1, best we can. I don't want to get too crazy here. I just kind of want to get the people working before I really get them selling at a fast rate on these. Yeah, so let's put that there for now. And then, do we want to set up our booze stall right away? What are we going to call it? Just like the bar? So we got the grill. So I guess we could just have like a bar one. Fish market. Yeah, those are down there. So we are going to see. Yeah. That's why I wanted to have all these, you know, kind of in the back burner because I knew we would eventually get to them. Which one do we want to use? Resource stall, yeah. Tool stall, clothing stall. Let's change that one, I guess. So this is going to be the bar. And we'll accept that. And then we're going to change. Nope. I'm going to push the wrong button. Open details. Change good types. And this will be a food one. All right. Let's go get our peoples. We got to put up a house. It's probably getting kind of dark. Maybe? Yeah. Map. Yeah, it's about 5:30. So we're not going to be able to go to sleep yet. I guess what we can do is... Oh, man. I want to put up those houses. So what are we going to need? We are going to need one house for bakery people, and we're going to need one more house for merchants. I was going to put some of this crap on my horse, but I think... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to save him because I got a feeling we're going to need to use him for resources. You still working? Oh, yeah, they work till 6, 1800. Let me see if I can sleep yet. Oh, man, looks like it's going to be a... I did change the beds. I don't know, did I show everyone the beds? Yeah, we got the comfy beds now. Look out the window. Ah, isn't that cool? Got the farm in the background. Let's take a look-see at that real quick. So they are getting stuff harvested, which is nice. Looks like the other fields are being prepped already. They're getting that wheat in there. I think hops as well, right? Yep, so they gotta do the hops. I mean, we could go do the hops for them quick. Oh, man. Maybe we'll just top off on our food. Eat one of these salty sticks. Yeah, I kind of I want to get to that next day so we can. Oh man, it looks so cool though, right? I love like fall in real life is awesome. Up where I live, like wineries and apple orchards are huge. Just the geography of where I live, it kind of lends itself to it. It's like basically where I live is like the California Valley, right? Like the California Valley and all the vineyards and whatnot. Like the weather there is perfect for growing the grapes that they do. Where I live in the north, because of the geography, right, they're called bluffs. So they're like little mini mountains. It's where the glaciers like carved out the Mississippi and all that. It lends itself perfectly to apple orchards and like fruit type orchards, which is why in real life I want to grow an actual big orchard. And I got like a quote for like 12 grand. It's basically going to cost me to put in the trees I want to do. Which is even more reason why I need sponsors. But yeah, up here it's really cool. Like the orchards are awesome, the vineyards are awesome. Look at that. Oh man, it's so cool. Right? But like I love the way this turned out. I think this is pretty cool. I'm still debating on if I want to make the fence a little fancier, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool. This is probably my most favorite thing I think I've ever made in this game, right? And it's not like it's difficult or hard, but like just the idea of it, I think is just, like I think of like if I could walk through this in real life and just like sit at one of these benches and just like watch the sunset, like that's stuff that I like to do it in real life. Like I like to go on a hike, find a spot that looks cool, and just like hang out. And like I've gotten my daughter into that, which is cool. But anyways, I don't know how I got on that topic, but the next day is ready. So let's go into our next day. We got to go put up 2 houses. And again, I like earlier on in the series, like I would do cuts and stuff for that, but like now maybe I'll do a time lapse for this if it gets too boring, but like I feel like this is just part of this part of the game. So, I don't want to be cutting too much stuff out, right? Like if we're going to go do something like put up houses or get resources for something, like that's kind of a part of where we're at in the game right now, so I don't want people to not see that. I hope that makes sense, right? Like I'm still trying to find a balance of, like if for some odd reason I'm just going back and forth amongst places a lot, like I'm gonna cut that out still. But like right now, I need 2 more houses, which basically it means we got to do some planning, right? And that's a big reason why I don't want people to not be around for this part of it, right? So they can kind of see the thought process of what we're doing, I guess. But like if we put another house here, I'm thinking I'm going to be outside of my boundary. Which let's just like if we put up yeah, like see I don't have none of my resources available. So what I'm thinking is let's try this side. Am I close enough on this side? 'Cause, man, I could easily put a house there yet. I mean that place is actually really nice for a house. So I guess the question is, do we want to extend this further? Or what I'm thinking is we could add right? Like we could add another line of housing back behind these houses. And I don't know, I think I want to go this way, because if we go this way, is it flat over here? Let's just take a look at the planning process here. It is pretty flat over here, actually. I think we could get some pretty decent housing area back here as well. Let's pull the house up. Right, so right there we're already out of range. Okay, so like here, I'm in range here, so I could get... I think I could probably get 2 houses up here. Let's just check the other side. And we'll see if... we'll see how... I mean, I've got to be in range here. I think we're closer to the resource storage here, aren't we? Oh, I'm out of range here. What? I guess I'm further than from the resource storage here? Yeah, interesting. So the other side, I think, will be better. Okay, I'm in within range here. So that is the question. Do we want to just keep the lines of housing going here? Or, right, do we want to just turn this into like a whole big neighborhood thing, right? Like I'm going to have to take down those 2 trees for sure. Right? But then like we could have almost like city blocks, I guess I would think of it as. Like, so this would be like our center area. These houses would face each other, and then I would have another line of housing over here. But I'm thinking I'm going to have it like a line of housing here, but I'm still going to have them facing this way. So like the housing is still going to face the center, right? Like I don't think I want to start another, because I don't think we're going to need that many more houses. And we are, like, if we look at our management, like I only have 36 more slots, right, for buildings. So, you know, we are getting to that point where I'm not going to need a ton more housing. Which is why, you know, like if I put 3 on the outside and then 3 on the outside over there, like I could see that being our max number of houses that we're going to need. Or do I want to just continue it? Oh, the thought process. Let's see. Let me see real quick how far we can go this way yet. I don't think it's too far. Oh, maybe it's semi-far yet. Okay, and we wouldn't need to go that far. So, let me see. Where'd the houses go? Dang it. They twisted me all over the place. So I could definitely get a couple houses up over this way yet. Oh, man. What do we think? What do we think? Do we want the block structure or the extended out structure? I mean, I could do a little bit of both, I guess. Yeah, let's put in a house. Let's put in a couple over here. I think we'll go with that to start us off. And you know what? The thing about it, too, is if I want to change my mind down the road, I'll just rebuild a couple houses. And I'll just, you know, gives me something to do kind of off camera when I'm, you know, looking to simulate, or not simulate, but like go through a couple days so we can get to a change of seasons type episode. Let's see, right? So I want to keep that tree in between these houses. We can check and see if that's going to work. I'm not sure. Now, the thing is, how am I going to line these up? I want them to look pretty even here. So if I'm in the center of the house, right about there, so we'll center that off of there. So I'm going to need it... Oh, you butthead. Oop. Okay, I think we're going to be able to get it in right about there. I want to give these guys a little bit of space, right? I don't want them breathing down each other's necks. Maybe like there? I think that gives them a little bit of a A little bit of breathing room, right? This one's actually surrounded by trees too, which I think is pretty nice. All right, let's get this bad boy up. I think we're gonna change you. Yeah, I kind of like that. What was that weird noise I just heard? Was that? I can't tell if that was in game or if that was in real life over here. Nope, hold on. I want to make that a window, right? Because this will be the outside part of the neighborhood. So I kind of want them to, right? Like, if we get to, well, I mean, hopefully we will eventually. We'll get to the point where we're putting up yards for all these folks, right? So the houses that are facing each other are going to have like that. I want to do like a conjoined front-facing yard thing for those, which we'll eventually get to. All right, so this one is complete. Let's do their decorative thingies to keep them a little more happy. You know, something we should check too when we have some time is I don't know if they've ever changed to like I'm still putting up the straw ones because the straw ones used to give the same mood benefit as like the flowers. But maybe, and it'd be an easy test. Like we'll just find somebody that's established already, and then we'll change, you know, we'll change it to like put the flowers in there and just see if their mood goes up. But yeah, I don't know if anybody's tested that. Let me know. Is that a thing now, or is it still just all the same? So this can be our bakery house. Let's edit that. And you are going to be the bakery. Oh, sorry. And hold on, I'm gonna need a drink. Grab some of this coffee here. Plug in that sponsor if we had one. Now, let me take a look-see. So, yes, housing-wise, we named this the Tavern. So we've got our bakery. We've got our tavern house. That one's actually... Okay, I'm not going to let it bother me, though. All right, let's take a look-see here. I think... Well, I'm pretty positive. It looks like just this tree might have to go. This is kind of a cool area. I like being able to keep trees around. Like, if I don't have to leave them, I like having them in there. Like, it adds, you know... Right, like trees to the yard and all that. I'm hoping that's one of the things maybe they're looking at is giving us the ability to like plant regular trees. I think that would be cool. Okay, let us see if I can get a house in here. All right, let me even myself up. Where the heck is the right there? Okay, and then try to get that even as possible. I'm hoping like right here. Oh yes. Okay, now the problem is how far to make it line up. Oh man, that was perfect. Just eyeballed that bad boy right up there. All right, now let's change you to a wall, and you're gonna stay as a window. Oh yes, nice. I'm still within my bounds here. Wall, window. Do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. You know, it's pretty nice. We got the resources to do something for a change. I feel like we've been building like crazy lately, which even after all this time and like our people pump out some pretty good stuff. You know, we were still like hurting for resources. Like I had that one night I was just like, you know, off camera doing stuff. Like I was out logging. I was like, oh man, never thought I'd have to do this again. And you know, at least in this one. Ooh, you know what we didn't do? Is man, that's another thing we got to do. We do have a lot of housing decorative stuff to do, right? Like I want to make all the other houses, at least from the outside, look like ours, right? Like putting up the shutters and the flowers and all that. But yeah, we got to get those lanterns up. So this is going to be a merchant house. So let's do that, and this will be for the bar. the bar merchant. And we'll accept that. And again, we're not going to go too crazy, you know, like if we find some people with some twos, right, like a lot of these things, they go up naturally at a decent rate, so I'm not super worried about it. Let's get a lantern up there. How am I looking at limestone? Nope, not yet. Let me take a look-see at these houses. Do these houses have lanterns? Oh, they don't. Real quick, while we're here, let's throw up some lanterns. And the ones we can, at least. Nope, that's the door. Hanging lantern. I don't know if are these out of my range. Oh no, we're good there. Well, man, I'm a little outside of it here. Let me see. Dang it. That's right. I'm sure when we come back to decorate, we'll notice that one's missing. All right, let me put this up. Okay, now. Oh, little baby. Oh, I still haven't seen that little kid. I know we got like a new little kid wandering around somewhere. Right? One of those like little kids that they kind of like waddle. Kind of looks like they just pooed themselves. I'm a horse. Okay. So management-wise, I think we're looking pretty good. Now, the thing we need to do is go into town. You know, and while I'm so close to Astoya, I might just run down there. So the bakery, right? We need 2 bakery people, and we need a merchant person. And I might just keep everybody with me. Maybe we'll do a quick Astoya run. If we do that, then we can brainstorm what's next. So we've got the bakery going up. Still got to think of a clever thumbnail so that whiny people don't click on it and complain that it's clickbait. Let's see. Yeah, as far as next, I mean, we could have. Right, we've got to do some decorating. Like maybe doing some of the houses. Right, so then in the thumbnail, I would kind of let people know, like, you know, like if you see like we're decorating the houses, you know what it's gonna be, right? Like, my only worry about that is it's not gonna be the most fun, right? But at the same time, I don't want to just decorate every single house, make them look a little different, you know, and then bring people back, because then we're kind of missing out on some stuff. But yeah, we do have to do some of the housing, like the yards. The yards is still a big thing. We have so many houses that you know, like the yards are pretty bare bones right now. You know, I basically am just setting up a laundry station and a lumberjack station. But I think it's more about just having all the houses have that look of, you know, it's more than just the house there. I think that might be the next thing, because I know it's still pretty, especially that middle line. What are we looking for? We're looking for people. That middle line of housing in the main town. You know, like, we haven't done anything with that yet. They don't have yards, they don't have shutters, all that. Maybe that's what we'll do next episode. And again, you know, like, I don't want to, like, put, like, in the thumbnail, like, oh, this episode's going to be boring. But, like, you know, it's not going to be as exciting for some people. You know, like, it's very highly decorative in nature, so it's just, you know, it's not crazy exciting. But you know, I'm gonna try to obviously not make it boring. But it's just something, you know, we need to decorate more in the town and get that rolling. So now bakery is production, and I think I saw that everybody sucks at production. Oh, he's good. So he's a 3. She's a 1. That's the only unfortunate thing there. I don't know if I want to go so much as to getting a 1. This dude's 19 and he's pretty good at... So I think we're going to have him run the booze store. So let's get you in. So he is gonna be in a merchant house. Merchant house, right there. We'll put our new guy in there and sort people. Now, sort by name, mood, profession. Oh man. Oh man, who was it? It was either Dreadnought or it was Duke Wayne. Sorry, I don't have it pulled up right now. But one of them is like, "Hey, I see you're like you're scrolling a lot," which yeah, I am. And I just for some odd reason, like so we didn't have a lot of people, so I kind of got away from having to sort people. But he's like, yeah, you can sort the people. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Like I had it, I think, sorted by name, but now, if we sort it by profession, they'll pop up a lot easier. So, thank you for that comment. That was definitely a good one because yeah, there's just so many little intricacies in this game that either you know about, and if you start a new game, right, you don't use them for a while because you don't need to use them, and then you forget about them. So that's definitely an instance of what happened there. So we've got our merchant guy in there. So we got 50 houses. That's crazy. And could you imagine, like, we're doing the family thing, so we could have even more houses. Like, if you keep people single, it's super hard. It's, like, you almost have to do the family thing eventually. Where are we putting him? We're putting him at the bar food stall. Beautiful. And let's go back to our feller here. Beautiful. He is a stall holder now, and this is for the bar. So let's get the boozy boozes in there. I don't think we're going to put the beer in yet. I might add to that. Yeah, I think for right now, we're going to keep this at booze. Which, man, this guy would have a sweet job. Also, a very difficult job not to be tasting the spoils, or not. I guess they wouldn't be spoils, but tasting the product. There you go. All right, let's get you up to what are we making? We're making like 2 a day, man. All right. Well, this guy sucks at selling, but he will get faster. So I'm gonna kind of maybe we'll go up to 15 off the bat for everything. We'll see how everything aligns. Right, we are kind of making it at an even pace. Which, man, they really like the berry wine. It's just easier to do that one. Let's see if I can get everything pretty close to maybe 3. Apple. There we go. And we got a lot of cherries, so I want to make sure that one's high enough. All right, let's settle here, and we'll kind of see how this goes. All right, and then again, like I said, he'll get way better, so those numbers will go up to where he's easily doing 1 a day probably, and those go up pretty fast too. So the bar is looking good. Now, who did I say production-wise? You're pretty good, right? All right, so we're gonna grab this guy for the bakery, and we got to go find him a young lady to live with. So Nadmir, it's gonna. I don't know why that's funny. That's because I'm immature. Let's see here. Oh man, my joke was just so. It wasn't even a joke, but my whole thing was just so bad that I forgot what the heck I was doing. Bakery. All right, my friend Nadmir here. Nadmir. Yeah, okay. Put him there. And then, man, Nadmir. That's the name, huh? All right. And we'll scroll down here because of all the people I have, I'll probably never forget that guy's name. All right, so you are a cook / baker for all the clickbaity people. Okay, I'm gonna leave the horse here. We'll call the horse when we get back to town. I do want to travel on over and find. Let's try Piastovia. So we're gonna try a young lady that's got at least a 2. Oh, I should have kept my horse now. Dang it. Forgot this one's on the other side. I mean, I didn't forget, but, you know. Efficiency-wise. Oh, see, look, he was hanging out with the other horses. Or she was hanging out with the other horses. It is weird. Okay. Do you look a little different? Yeah, so far all the horses have looked the same. I think that... Okay, that one does look a little different. Got a little more gold in him. Or her. Either way. Alright, watch out, people. I'm coming through. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I think they took it out of the game. But you used to be able to, like... it's pretty dark, but you used to be able to, like, hit the little children. If you hit them with your horse, they would just go flying. And they didn't, like, don't worry, they didn't take any damage or die or anything. But, like, there's a lot of videos of people just punting children with the horses. Which sounds so bad, man, but I don't.
My grandpa used to say,
Man, everybody's just a 2. Okay, well, at least we'll get one good one for sure. You're not good. Sorry. Sorry, lady. Maybe... Yeah, you're 18. We'll go with the youngest one here. What do we got? Gertruda. Alright, Gertruda. You are going to live in the bakery house. CFG. And you are going to be... in the bakery. And Gertruda. Now let's get our... Beautiful. Let's get our people making the stuff here. Now, bakery-wise, they're doing the cheese. Yes. So for the bakery... Hold on, let me look at this real quick. So we've got... Tavern's making all the booze. The grill's making all the soup and cheese. So bakery-wise, we need... Let's go down the line here. So we're going to make flatbread, right? Which is just an easy thing to make. I think we're going to make some wheat rolls. I'm not going to have them pop out the flatbread and wheat rolls too crazy high. Oh, sorry. Poppy seed pie, cherry pie, fish tart. Ah, man. Do I want to just have them do the regular fish? Ah, man, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't think... I might just do the regular fish, right? And then if we run out of regular fish, I can kind of adjust that a little bit. Meat tart. Yes, we are going to make that one. Pear tart we're doing. Plum tart we're doing. And I don't think there's any other ones. Yep, so those are red. So those are still red, right? Like, because we haven't invested in knowing how to make them. So I think that'll be all. Now, let's look at the progress here. And remember, these folks aren't going to be as good. But yeah, see, it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be a slog at first. They're not the fastest, except those meat tarts. Those are going to fly. All right, let's see how everything looks right there. And then we can kind of adjust accordingly. I mean, it's not terrible. Kind of want to get more in that cherry pie. All right, just because it's Cherry Hill, right? We got a bunch of cherries. It makes sense, right? Yeah, I think that's okay. And again, like, they're gonna get better. So that'll be kind of something, right? It's something new, something we're gonna keep an eye on. But we now have our bakery set up. Got the bar and grill, right? A lot of, and I'm gonna call it like, it's a lot of end game production, right? Like that tavern takes a buttload of time to unlock. If you keep everything on normal XP, and we sped up the XP just because, you know, for the sake of making videos. Like if I didn't, I bet we would just about now-ish be able to unlock the tavern, right? It's just, yeah, it takes a while to unlock, which I like, right? Like, I don't think in these type of games, like
Oh, it's you again.
you kind of know you're gonna sink some hours into it, right? Like if you can't sink some hours into it, right? Because a lot of people like, they work a ton. Like when I'm on a contract, I'm generally working 90 hours a week, right? Like is that right? 16, yeah. Like if I work 6 days a week at 15-hour days, it's like 90-hour weeks. So a lot of contracts they'll have that, or they'll have the 12-hour. You'll do 12-hour days, and then you'll work for like 14 straight days, and you'll have 14 days off. Or generally, it's something right similar to along those lines. They all do it a little different, but like people have those type of jobs, right? And I understand like you can't just play games as much as you want to. So like this game, if you only get in like 2 hours of gaming a week, because that's your off day and that's the only time you have to relax and play some games. Yeah, like this game's probably not going to be the greatest for you. But yeah, like you're gonna try to sink some hours in. Like this is a great game. And if you can't sink a ton of hours in, like increase those XP gains, right? And again, I like it at normal, but just for like video purposes, I did increase it so that way we could get to the good stuff. Um, so yeah, let's take a look. See, man, I mean, we got the bakery up, right? Like they're making the butter and all that fun stuff. Hold on, did I screw that up? Oh, they're not making the butter. Is the grill making the butter? Well, I guess I mean we don't have butter, but like it would be like cheese. Well, actually, it is a butter thing. So yeah, that makes sense, right? The butter thing's at the bakery because you need butter in your baked goods, even though like butter is not a resource in this game. Yes. Okay, we're gonna go with that. All right, so we did set up the bakery. We got the bakery doing bakery things. We got the grill doing grill things. Um, I like that setup. We got the tavern doing tavern booze things. So we've got all of our end game stuff kind of set there. And then we've got our stalls up and working. So we are running low on stalls. So we're going to have to kind of be careful about that because I am not redoing the market area. Right, but we got our regular stalls, and then if we go down, so we now have a bakery stall, right, which is just selling our baked goods. And, like, look at that. They're already at 1. Like I just put them in there, and what they were like at 0.6, and they're already above 1 a day, right? Which is awesome. So they're selling the baked goods. This person, they're gonna get better. They're selling the booze, right? Because like you can see the booze is kind of piling up, not piling up, but there's extra. How's our fish doing? Pretty good, pretty good. And then we have our grill person, and they're selling our grill goods. Right, so this will be one that they're gonna sell it as it comes in, probably, which is fine. But yeah, I think it's cool. I like, I don't know. At least I think it was a good idea. We got to the point where we could eventually have our baked goods, our bar and grill over there. All three of those could kind of be separate, and now we're selling them separately on the market, which I think is pretty cool. And look at that, we got the sun going down. We can finish up the episode by checking stuff out, seeing how the sun goes down. So yeah, the market's hopping now. I wish they would put in like actual people like coming here to shop and stuff. I know that's probably a pretty taxing thing in the programming, but like I got all these market people just hanging out now, but nobody's like wandering around. But either way, it'd be a cool update thing. But yeah, the market looks nice. The market's hopping. Bar, grill, bakery. I think we got them all in today. I think that looks pretty good. But yeah, as far as the next episode goes, I'm not quite sure. I might play a couple days tonight and see how it goes. See if I can think of anything. Otherwise, what we'll probably do is, if we stick into fall, we'll probably do some decorative things for our housing. Maybe we'll make some more dyes. See if we can get some buildings maybe dyed up a little bit. I don't think I'm going to change the color of any buildings because I like the natural color. But the decorative things, maybe we can do some of that. So we'll kind of see. Next episode, I'm not quite sure what we'll be doing, but we'll bring everybody back. We'll be doing something, and we'll try to make her fun. So, but yeah, I guess with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Go out there, be a good person. It's not that hard, and I will see you on the next one.